Yo. Ooh, music is coming through the mic. Lower that. I didn't even want it as loud as it was. This solo is actually sick too. Anyway, we're live again. Second time today. New shirt. We're testing out. I'm still calling it Kitty, but it's a riff on Aspiring Spike's Jun Sack game plan with Goblin Bombardment. This comes from, what's his name, Varen? I think that's how you pronounce it. Yeah. Comes from Varen in the Discord. If you're not part of the Goblins Discord, head on over there. I tweaked his list. He had 4 Unearth, 3 Goblin Matron. I think he only had 22 lands. He didn't have the bidding. And he had 4 Mog Fanatics in the deck, which I think are just bad. I don't think I want to play a card that, I don't want to play a card. I'm gonna move this over here. That is only good when you draw Goblin Bombardment. And I think Mog Fanatic is pretty close to that. There's one other card that I must have changed. Oh, he had 3 Pashlik Mons. Instead, I have 2 Pashlik Mons and a Boggart Shenanigans, because you can still tutor Boggart Shenanigans with your Goblin Matrons, but you can also have it on the field at the same time as Pashlik Mons. So that's a thing. Obviously, you go for Pashlik Mons first because you're playing Unearths. These are the 5 cards that are different from his posted list, other than this Pashlik Mons thing, which is not a big deal. I'm trying to figure out where the 5th one comes from. Oh, it's the 4th Unearth. Okay, because I didn't want to draw too many Unearths, and like, if you can imagine a hand with 2 Unearths in it at the start and like Boggart Shenanigans, Goblin Bombardment, like, it's an unkeepable hand, even though Unearth cycles. So anyway, we're going to pretend that Patriarch's Bidding is the 4th Unearth. So when we have it in our hand, we'll judge it against that. We're going to switch out this Goblin Matron for another one, so we know when we draw it. And these 4 cards, Copperline Gorge, Goblin Matron, Munitions Expert, will be our potential Mog Fanatics. Also, a different copy. This is just a different copy because the thing that it's what I own, but gonna keep in mind, I almost only played 2 Goblin Bombardments. So when we draw this one, we're gonna take stock of what our hand looks like and if we would have needed it. We're not gonna run this through a league. Doesn't really. Not gonna say that it looks bad. 2 things. 1, we don't have a sideboard. But 3, it's like not really. It's the opposite direction of all of the deck building I've been doing. And it's even the opposite direction of Spike's Jun Sack build in that. And he stated it on stream today. And it's made me confident that I'm headed the right direction with my other builds, but that doesn't mean that this won't work. You want all of your cards to be good even if you don't draw Goblin Bombardment. Like, you just want to be playing a game that is effective without synergies. This is the most synergistic deck I could possibly build without it being a combo. So here, like, this hand is doo-doo garbage. But this deck doesn't look like it's going to produce many better hands. This hand is also really bad. And we'll keep this. So this is infinite mana. If you get a putrid goblin, but as it stands, we're not gonna be able to do that. Gonna have to either throw back Matron or Unearth. I think Matron is just more expensive. I'm likely gonna Unearth this Grumgully and just play Skirk Prospector out. You know, so we'll see how this goes. We're just testing. We're gonna tweak. We're gonna whatever. Let me pull up the card preview window. No, it's behind me. I don't know how women, long hair, they pull back, deal with this shit in front of their green screen. They must just have way better lighting. This like outline. Okay, so they're on Giver. Means probably Death and Taxes, but no Yorion. Could be Hammer actually. This deck is likely. Well, oh wow, that's lucky. With the Unearth backup, so we can. I mean, I say wow, that's lucky. Doesn't do anything. You have infinite mana, but nothing to do with it. You need the 4th card. Yeah, it is Hammer. You need the 4th card, which is like one of the reasons Grumgully combo isn't always the best. I need to go get Ashlick Bonds or a Goblin Bombardment or a Sling Gang Lieutenant. Now we have a lot of copies of that 4th card, but it doesn't seem like we're gonna be long for this world necessarily. I almost put a basic forest in this deck too. Huh. I mean, it looks like what we're gonna have to do is shock in Hierarch, or are we? We're gonna shock in something one way or another. Probably gonna block with Putrid Goblin. Next turn, you only have the 1 black mana. I would love to be able to get this Putrid Goblin into play, and I guess since we don't have infinite mana, we might as well, right? Like I can play Putrid Goblin plus Hierarch, and then next turn I play Grumgully. Nah, that doesn't even work, does it? Not sure. It's a tough call. I'm gonna continue trying to figure out the line. So like, if I were to sack Skirk Prospector, I have 3 mana, which means I could Putrid Goblin plus Hierarch. The next turn I untap, I have Hierarch, Putrid Goblin in play. Putrid Goblin has 1 persist token on it. I have no way to kill it, so I can unearth it. But I can unearth. Actually, I can unearth Skirk Prospector. And then, oh, I just didn't block. Oops. Didn't matter because they had trample. Okay. Okay, well, I mean, obviously combo is going to be a bad matchup for this kind of deck. That doesn't really have a lot of combo draws. Let's see. I heard this so slow. These are all good cards. I guess you can like shave. The Patriarch's Bidding plus Calling Ritual is the meme. Christ is like not in speed, so let's just keep the meme in because we're testing anyway, and we'll side out like need all this. I guess we can side out one shenanigans? No, I think we might. Yeah, we'll side out one. Yeah, you know what? Ringleader is like really slow, and bidding kind of does the same thing. So if we're gonna meme, might as well meme. Tournament practice room. We do want to play first. I guess like you don't have many ways to draw a bidding, you know, other than naturally, and your opening hand is one of the best spots. So there's not many hands that ramp faster than this either in the deck. Likely paying Echo, which is like a little bit absurd, but especially against Hammer. Hammer's probably just gonna run us over. We'll see. My internet is apparently bad right now. I see that it's yellow. Apologize to anybody actually watching. Try to play this one a little faster since our plan is extremely clear. Just I see Jay Brumbaugh reacting in the Discord saying Boggart Shenanigans looks fun. It's literally just the third copy of Pashlik Mons that I don't think you want to run 3 of the same legendary creature over and over again. So what we can do, can we win next turn? I think we can. I'm gonna do some math. I think this is correct. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana next turn. Only one of it black. Oh, that's bad. All right. I mean, not a lot you can do. You do need the turn 1 green source for Ignobles, and you need it for Grumgully, so it's like, alright, got playing this Copperline Gorge. Remember, it would have been a Mod Fanatic. I don't need this dead that badly. I need the mana. So I'm glad I added the extra land based on this, but not having another black mana does stink. Maybe playing basic mountains is just like not where you want to be for a deck like this, because like you're not trying to play a long game, or like you're just better against creatures, so you likely aren't taking a ton of damage. Wow, that's a mistake. You're not supposed to do that. Unless they have, what's the name of it? Ooh. Okay. The name of it is escaping me. Wait a minute. I can do both of these, and I think I'm gonna. Although I could just cycle for bidding, but I probably don't need it. And bidding would have been another Unearth, by the way. That was what we learned, which would have been good last turn. Here, Unearth and Pashlik Mons is going to do a lot of damage, and it's going to hold Hammer off. Looking decent. So here we're going to attack. I think I'm just supposed to play Pashlik Mons. I was going to do something like vaguely fancy and Unearth Mog War Marshal and then play Pashlik Mons, but I don't think there's a problem with getting Pashlik Mons out. You know, here. We're gonna save our sacks to do in response to equips and things like that. Yeah, and here comes Pure Steel Paladin, I think. I don't know if I even named it. But that would be what they signaled last turn. There's a Sagard's Aid, which Makes this play pretty absurd. I'll take one. No, that's about as much as they can do to us. You just hit okay. They could have tried to flash it in had they not spent it, but we still would kill it the same way. They have another one. Back one of our goblins. Kill it. Mana is a tiny bit wasted. We could... Nah, I was gonna say we could... Oh, that's how that works? Whoops. I'm supposed to let it resolve. Whoops. Okay, well, now the mana won't be wasted. I fucked that up, in case anybody was wondering. Haven't played against this in a while. And I'm trying to figure out this new deck at the same time. Do I cycle this on Earth? I think I do, because if I draw a black source. Drawing that too is pretty good. We're pretty firmly in the lead here, I would say. There's a black sword. So we can swing for 1, 2, 3, 4. We can sacrifice this to play Matron. We have 2 black, 3 mana. We play Bidding. We all get our stuff back. So they'll get their humans back, and I'll get goblins back. I think they're dead. I think. So, for those of you who didn't understand nonsense that just came out of my mouth, you do this. I'm gonna save the targets here just for this turn. Use the ability. Yeah. There's something I can get here that just like adds to the damage. I can sack. I can sack Matron to put like another Skirk Prospector in play, but I have both Skirk Prospectors, so here's a position where Mog Fanatic would be decent. Let's see. I guess I'm just gonna grab Mog. I should probably grab a replacement Pashlik Mons, but I'm gonna grab Mog War Marshal and then do the math afterwards. So like if I were to do this now and sack Pashlik Mons, Matron and Mons, and then Prospector afterwards. This would be 2 damage, and then yeah, I think it all comes out the same because this is worth 3 afterwards. So we're just gonna do this. I think it's the same. Could be wrong. That Pashlik Mons, I guess, is not technically in play. Interesting. I would have thought, just because I was in the middle of resolving it, but that makes sense. I don't know. Yeah, it is nice. Bonus to see. I say Goblin. This is easily 8 damage, right? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, it's not. Oh, but you get to search again. So, and you get the mana to play this Mog War Marshal. So, we'll be fine. Get another Mog War Marshal, right? So we'll count how much damage we could have done. So we play another Mog War Marshal. Why is this not? Oh, I have to stack them. Okay. So we get our token. They take 2. I'm just doing it this way. So this turn, they've taken 2 from just the sacking, 4 from the damage. We would have 3 more from this Mog War Marshal, 3 more from this one. So that would be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Probably more because you can use the mana to make more goblins. So probably about 12-ish damage. Plus 4. I mean, yeah, that wasn't bad. They just left. They weren't into it. Didn't they beat us game 1? You can't really keep this hand. We mulliganed really low that game, by the way. I mean, you just keep this and you throw back a goblin, I think. Well, do I need more mana to win this game? I just need to draw cards. Is what I need to do. Keep this though. Because you want to be able to play Grumgully, right? I may end up needing to cycle this. We'll see. But I mean, it was strong there. I mean, we played against a deck with no removal though, so like you gotta remember, had we played Snoop plus Harbinger, you know, they weren't interacting with that either. So we've proved that our Goldfish is at least, you know, sort of strong. Play Blackleaf Glyphs instead of Copperline Gorge doesn't really matter. Needing double black for Patriarch's Bidding was a little bit difficult last game. A sewer deck? Or is this Mardu? Are we delving into the sewers? Oh, that's probably really loud when I do. Checking out the levels, 1 second. Yeah, that is loud. Sorry about that. Another Giver deck. So this looks more like Eldrazi Taxes. Black-white Taxes. Could be Mardu Taxes. I mean, if you want to play, yeah, if you want to play Imperial Recruiter and Restoration Angel, then okay, I don't know what the hell this is, but I'll take 4. Why not? I'll play Putrid Goblin next turn. That Unearth is not looking good. This was the problem I was talking about, playing so many Unearths. Now, you do want to draw them, right? So 3 is a reasonable number. The question is, is 2 mana cycle good enough in the fail case? Are they kidding? I mean, we have outs to this, but like, what a card. The Cotley Honor Guard main deck. When they're playing Vexing Devil, I guess that's the point. A 1 mana 4/3. All right, I see the meme. Creatures entering the battlefield don't cause abilities to trigger until I find a Goblin Bombardment, which means this Unearth. What did I put on the bottom? I put another Putrid Goblin, which I don't want to draw. So let's just cycle. Well, there's nothing I could draw. Oh, no, there is. I could draw Ignoble Hierarch, so I probably should have waited on this wooded foothills to see what I drew. But it is what it is. So I wanted to, you'll see it's in the maybe board. I wanted to fit a Grist into this deck because Grist is good with Pashlik Bonds. Treacherous Pit Dweller enters the battlefield from a graveyard. Target opponent gains control of it. That's just like always alive, whatever. Good thing they didn't attack because we double block. Although no, they just give it pro black and all our stuff dies. All right, so there's a Goblin Bombardment. That's good news. So I can shoot this down. And then... Oh, wait. Persist? Oh, Persist is not going to not trigger because of Tecatli, which is like... It should, but it won't. So I can shoot this. And then... Next turn, I have to shoot this down. And Unearth will, like, sort of help with that. I'm just going to play this Cavern of Souls and pass the turn. We can, if something goes awry, flash this in. I don't expect that to be anywhere. I would like to only play that after this Tecatli is off the battlefield, but I don't think that that's happening. We could just like 1-2 Unearth, flash in Munitions Expert for the last point. It doesn't really get us anywhere, does it? So I'm gonna block and then kill Giver of Runes is the plan. Never mind. I'm going to instead block Tecatli Honor Guard. Take 4. They have 2 cards in hand. Damage happens. This is fine. We're gonna do this at end step. If each end step, if an opponent lost 3 or more life, you may draw. All right, so they're gonna draw a card. This is a wild assortment of cards here. I'm gonna do this while they're empty-handed. I'm going to. Gonna kill this. Right? Yeah. We have to. They didn't even use it. Well, that was dumb. Go grab a mountain here. Well, yeah, I have Auntie's Hobble, so it's not a big deal, but black, red. So we have to do this. Just I'm not sure that we're really coming out ahead here, but we do have good draws, I guess. Pashlik Mon's kind of sort of one of them. I really think I'm supposed to play that. Black, red, black. And we'll unearth something. So this is 4 damage. As is munitions expert too, though. Munitions expert comes right in, kills Giver of Runes. We don't even have to sack it. But Putrid Goblin, I have to sack once to kill this Giver of Runes. They're both 1/1s. I'd rather have this in the graveyard though than on the field with a persist counter on it. So do it the old-fashioned way. And this could have been a Mog Fanatic, which would have been an extra point of damage here, I think. Right? Because Mog Fanatic comes in. I sacrifice. Oh, no. No, Mog Fanatic is just like Goblin Bombardment. But it only sacks itself. Never mind. It's not an extra point. Wow, another Giver. Just all three. And it's like the actual hardest thing for us. Well, I guess not the hardest, but definitely annoying. We can get a Treacherous Pit Dweller if they do this. Just, yeah, I would just block with Pashlik Mom. I would get a 5/4. Ringleader, great draw. Wow. That being said, Pashlik Mons and Munitions Expert is already really good here. And I think I need to do that, don't I? Let's do it. We're gonna attack for the free damage. If they let it through. They can't block with Giver. They could block with Sig. But we're just gonna use Pashlik Mon's ability no matter what they do. Either before or after one. It was like sort of a free roll, right? Or sacrifice this guy. Deals 1 damage here. Get 2 1/1s. And that, sack this. We could just point it at their face, or we could get this 5/4. I think we get this 5/4 before they draw something to kill our Pashlik Mons. So this is proving really powerful. Obviously, it's powerful. We just expected to play opponents with interaction, which they don't seem to have. I mean, this is like a meme deck, right? We're in the tournament practice room, but I am appreciating, you know, just how powerful this is. We can sack the Treacherous Pit Dweller. I don't really want to. Obviously, we can refill with Ringleader next turn. Bidding is a good draw. They're in top deck mode as well, and I doubt they have top decks that are as good as ours. I mean, I don't even need a top deck at this point, right? I have Ringleader, which is gonna hopefully draw me cards, but also just Pashlik Mons and any Goblin is enough. I suppose I play this. Then attack with this. See what's up here. Play Ringleader second main, or maybe even sacrifice Hierarch 2 Pashlik Mons. It's not necessary. It should be noted that even had they not played this awful card, and it is awful, you know what? This can only whiff. And when I say it can only whiff, I don't mean that that's the only option for it. Right now, Ignoble plus Pashlik Mons is enough. Like, just having the Goblin to sack. So, why put shields down when I leave them up? So far, deck seems fun. At the very least. Pretty cool. Goblin themed. Can't complain. Do I need 7 mana? I need 8 mana, really. So let's just sack this Hierarch. They just took it. I guess Sig is like their only way out of it, right? Whoops. Okay, I thought maybe I was supposed to pick what I sacrificed first, but sacrificing is part of the cost that I guess you pay after me. So let's just kill Sig since it's their way out of this. What have they got? They bolt my face. Sig is not going to be in play, and it's already the beginning of the end step, so a little late on that one. Probably should have bolted the Pashlik Bonds. Is what it is. Okay, so I mean they're just dead on board, right? So here, because I'm pretty sure they're just dead on board. Okay, I'll take all those. These are like Boros Charms. That's pretty sick. 4 damage per Putrid Goblin there. So we have ton damage, blockers, whatever. If we're gonna play this control game plan, Culling Ritual is pretty sick. Patriarch's Bidding seems worse when your opponent has a lot of things to return. I don't understand how I'm supposed to sideboard with this deck, because like, I guess you just shave as if you're playing elves. That makes sense. Although, like, if this is a creature matchup, maybe I just, like... Maybe I do want Biddings instead of Grists. Grist is a... Culling Ritual is pretty sick, though. Not playing Bidding with the Culling Ritual, like, that's kind of the whole reason I put it in here, because you might as well play Damnation or something. Not gonna use the mana. This hand is not bad. It can't even come close to casting a Bidding, but that's not in the deck right now. It does cast Goblin Bombardment, so we're gonna turn 1 Hierarch, turn 2 probably Putrid Goblin instead of Mog War Marshal. But we'll see. Depends, you know, depends what they play in some sense. So right now, in this theoretical tournament practice room league, we are up a game in our second match. Already 1-0. It'd be neat if we could win 5 in a row. I mean, it's much weaker competition in the tournament practice room. You can already tell. I mean, there was misplays being made by the Hammer player, but I made a misplay as well. But really, this nonsense, whatever this is. And them not bolting Pashalik Mons? Like, what? How do you... Just to draw a card? Not worth it. Pashalik Mons makes my whole deck tick. Here... How much damage is this theoretically? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then you gotta start sacking the good stuff. 8, 9, 10, 11. We're already at 15. Torpor Orb. Alright, so we don't have Crater Makers in. Just because we're testing. So in this theoretical league, it looks like we're pretty much fucking dead. But maybe, like, you know, just get there. We'll see. I guess if we're doing maybe we'll get there, I'm supposed to play this second Hierarch. And then attack for 2. Then play Skirk Prospector. Mogwar Marshal will make a token when it leaves the battlefield. So they're at 13. Wow, winning through a Torpor Orb would be something. So this is just 7 goblins. Actually 8. 9 damage. So we just need to deal them 4 more. Bloodstained Mire looking like it's going to do one of those. So then attacking with a Exalted Skirk Prospector would be the last 3 we need, other than all of the goblins in our hand. So... Oh yeah, I forgot that we beat Tocatli Honor Guard. It's really hateful of them to play both Tocatli Honor Guard and Torpor Orb. It seems like massive overkill. Like, you're playing red, play Imperial Recruiter if you want more copies of Tocatli Honor Guard, right? Torpor Orb is probably not where you want to be, but here we are. Okay. So, Unearth. Well, we're going to attack past this Tocatli Honor Guard. Unearth is an extra 2 points of damage. That's pretty good. Are they going to bolt this? Looks like it. Nope, coming into play tapped. Okie doke. The block? I mean, I would. Nope. I guess this doesn't really make sense. I don't understand what they're doing. I'm not going to pretend they're making good plays. They're just really not. I'm going to play both Putrid Goblin and Mogwar Marshal. It really doesn't make sense to attack with a 1-2 when I have double Exalted. I guess you're not blocking with it, but like, you're going to play Tocatli Honor Guard. You know, you can block with that, give a protection. So, like, they should really be at 3 more life than they are. Is what it is. This is just going to be 1 goblin. I'm not paying Echo, right? I have to play Sling Gang. But they're dead just with what we have. It's 5, 6, 7, 8. And Unearth. Future Goblin. So we're gonna win through Torpor Orb, which is pretty crazy. And not just through... Oh, okay. This, Alright, that makes things a little harder. Bombardment would be really good here. We just need 2 more damage. It's not a huge deal. But maybe I actually am supposed to just, hey, Echo here. Because I won't even get the token if I don't pay Echo. Yeah. So let's just pay Echo. We'll cycle. Find a land. Probably should have cycled first. This says pro black and red. So we just have to draw a couple more goblins and prevent them from gaining life. Which I don't think that they can't do here. We'll see what else they've got. Castle Lochthwain does not gain you life. Castle Lochthwain loses life. Ratchet Bomba. That's pretty bad for me, actually. I have a lot of 1-drops going on. So, I have to play this Sling Gang Lieutenant to get my value, but I don't have all the time I wish I had. It will have 4 mana to play the second Sling Gang Lieutenant anyway, which is useful. I'll take 1. I mean, if you want... What could this be? Nothing, right? It's just a chump check? They just bounce. I hope they don't tap this. Oh, man. Yeah, our opponent is not playing well. This is... Sometimes I see people post their results from the tournament practice room. Discord, they're like, deck feels great. It's destroying the tournament practice room. It's like, yeah, it's just people who want to play without spending money. They're not really invested, right? They make mistakes all over the place. Not that we don't all, but clearly not the same level as leagues. Not just based on deck choice at this point. Okay. Can actually play both Sling Gang Lieutenant and Goblin Bombardment. Goblin Bombardment can't target this, so that's a thing. Let's just make blue mana, assert dominance. Make white mana, pretend we're friends. We play the Sling Gang. Play Bombardment. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage in play. Need to deal 9. Nothing persists because Sanctifier and Vec. When I say nothing persists, not only does Putrid Goblin not persist, but Mogg War Marshal doesn't technically die because it gets exiled instead. So we don't get the token from Mogg War Marshal because it says when it dies. So kind of just hoping that they activate Castle Lochthwain, but so we can get out of here. But we have 1 million sack outlets. I think I'm blocking 1, right? Is there like a bloodthirst thing going on? I can attack with 3 next turn. Came up off to a good start. Yeah, not really. We're not in a league. We're just I pulled up this list from Discord, made a lot of modifications, just trying it out. Clothmancer got a Doritos ad. Oh, it was one of my stream improvements. I mean, technically I have a subscriber button, so it was a stream improvement at some point getting an ad. But no, I don't get to pick those. We're just playing against some players who don't exactly know what's going on in the tournament practice room. We don't have a sideboard. I do have animations and everything, man. You should, I guess if you subscribed, if you have Prime, they would pop up. I'm not testing them. Can I replay these? No. There should be a way to like replay it, but I'm not using the Streamlabs OBS. It doesn't show up. All right, Black Leaf Cliff's not a great draw. So we have 7 damage in play. They have 1 blocker, 1 card in hand. We attack with 4. They can block just 1 of them. They can kill 1 of them. They still take the damage from those, and we deal them 2, and they're dead. So I mean, in this scenario, you even attack with Ignoble Hierarch, because if they're... Congrats on what? On getting a subscriber button? For the job. I finally put in my 2 weeks notice today. When I say fine. Hasn't been that long since I accepted. That's what you're talking about? I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Yeah. I thought you had seen the animations, but I probably didn't show them to you. I want to show it off because it's Eileen shit. Here, I'll show this off because I actually just like doing these because Eileen made them. This is a stream improvement. Those explode onto the screen. I like seeing that. Warned me because I reached the character limit. Why that last one didn't come through. I don't want the land. How did they get to 4? Oh, because they took a whole bunch of damage. I forgot that I was saying I'll kill them. I was talking to you. Once they have no cards in hand, like that's not a lightning helix, they're just dead. So we can kill them, put them out of their misery. So that's that. I'm gonna keep going in the tournament practice room. Playing against Hammer, the deck felt powerful because we actually got to stop the Hammer combo. They made a mistake, but the rest of the hand, had they not made a mistake, like, could have done it that way, right? Like that, the game could have played out that way, even though we watched them actively fuck up. They could have just had a hand that was that bad. Playing against that deck, I mean, yeah, we can beat random jank. We're not so janky that we can't beat random jank, so that's good news. We'll see, I don't know. This hand looks solid. And it's a Luris deck, so I'm expecting Mill, to be honest, in the tournament practice room, but Luris deck could just be a different legit deck. I know Mill is a legit deck, I just hate it. Alright. This, what is this? Is this Jund Luris? Is this Grixis Luris? More like Jund, if anything. Hardened scales. Okay. Right now it's green-black scales. I assume it's Abzan scales. Usually they play white, but maybe not. Not having to pay Echo on these Putrid Goblin is pretty nice. We need to get a Blood Crypt here so we can cast Bidding. And it was a Wooded Foothill, so getting basic Swamp not an option, even for our life total. So we'll see. You want to know what a stream improvement is? This microphone, which you can't see on stream, I borrowed it from Eileen, who is not using it basically at all. Ooh, I'd like to kill that. Oh my goodness. Are we just dead? Can we not beat random jank? Is that what's about to happen? I guess I can kill this Walking Ballista. We're not just dead. And they have to choose what to kill here. One of the good things about Starting a walking ballista with munitions expert that every counter they remove, you know, still doesn't get it any closer to surviving. So we kill that. The rest will try to chump forever until we bidding. What do we need to go with this hand besides more lands? We need a sack outlet, so either Sling Gang or Skirk Prospector, but most likely Sling Gang. Pashalik Mons would be good. No attacks. They're just gonna pump up this Hangerback Walker. Huge. Okay, so now with Grumgully, it's infinite mana, but that doesn't get us anywhere, does it? We could technically bidding right now. Like, I can play Skirk Prospector. I can sack this to play Marg War Marshal. Sack Marg War Marshal to play Matron. Oh no, I'm 1 mana short. Okay. Alright, so what do I do? Do I just play Putrid Goblin? Since I need the black mana next turn, probably? Yeah. I think that's what we do. And then we'll just, like, we're just trying to buy time. I'm glad you like it. It's way too expensive, this microphone. I don't know why she bought this, but I'm glad. I mean, I don't know. You remember in college? I don't know if you had no idea what classes I was taking. Who am I kidding? I took a bunch of like sound recording classes. They were actually called sound recording 1 and 2. So I like learned how to set up microphones and whatever. There a lot of streamers just have no idea what they're doing, so they like overdo it basically. What just happened? What the hell did they spend mana on? They put Luris into their hand so they could recast Walking Ballista. Munitions Expert will be good. This just taps. No, it costs 1. So I have to kill Luris. I can make 4 mana here. So Matron into Pashalik Mons is a thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I'm really close. I guess I could Mog War Marshal into Pashalik Mons. And then I have 2 black mana, and then I think they might be dead. I'm just not sure. Do this. Yeah, that's basically it. I mean, they don't have anything very scary, but next turn they can Walking Ballista for 0, I believe. And it comes back pretty strong because of all of this stuff. So, like, kind of want to do something before that. So, like, let's say I play Mog War Marshal right now. By sacking this and this. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4 mana, 5, 6 mana to play Matron plus Pashalik. And then I sack Matron, Pashalik, Skirk Prospector, and that's 5 mana for bidding. And it all comes back, and then they die. So they are dead. This is a lot of damage. I'm assuming they're dead, because I can't imagine them not being dead, but maybe they aren't. Maybe I'm, like... Maybe I'm counting bad. Just given how much nonsense I'm able to do before Pashalik Mons gets in play, I'm imagining just as much afterward. So I could actually, instead of Pashalik Mons, get Boggart Shenanigans, which is resilient to removal. But I'm not gonna. This is pretty wild, though. Now, we are really soft to graveyard hate. I'll throw that out there. That's important. You know, old Goblins lists are not that soft to graveyard hate. Anyway. Sack this. Sack this. We sack this. Now, am I supposed to put these 2 damages at their face? I'm gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 more damage. That's exact. So I needed to put it at their face. But it was exact. And, well, when I say it was exact, every four things I sack with Pashlik Mons out, Skirk Prospector gets me 2 more goblins, which is 2 more damage. So every Putrid Goblin is 2 more damage. Like, makes me 2 more mana. And so that was 6 more damage. Then Mog War Marshal plus Matron would have been 4 more damage, so that would have been another 2. Yeah, I mean, it would have been good. This is what it comes down to. Here, I mean, all these cards are good. I wanted them in the main deck. I just couldn't find room for them. So let's, like, shave... Putrid Goblin is actually better than Mog War Marshal in this deck, which I didn't expect. We're constantly doing Pashlik math. Yeah. Sacking Putrid Goblin twice for 2 mana and 2 damage is pretty big. I get this. I mean, we don't have black mana, but we have a ton of black mana in the deck. We can cycle this on Earth trying to find it. Gonna keep on keeping on with this one. No reason to mull it. Hyper Viper over there mulling to 6 or less. They just leave. All right. I wonder if that's like a nightmare matchup for them, because they had what would seem like the perfect hand and didn't work out. Johnny B. Good. What do you got? What do you got, Johnny B. Good? Makes me want to play that. If Jymotion is still here, Jymotion, can you name the guitarist that's playing right now? Just based on their soul? I have to mulligan this, and it's garbage. Keep this, throw back this. I guess this. It is the Dead in Company if instead of soul you want to use just knowledge. We'll play Copperline Gorge. Actually, John Mayer. That's John Mayer playing with the Dead and Company. He joined them like last year. Maybe 2 years ago. After COVID, everything blurs together. He's really good. He's really good. He actually, as of 2 weeks ago, he started playing with headphones on stage. Now, everybody is listening through in-ear monitors on stage usually, but he has like straight up big bulky headphones that he wears on stage now. Everybody was like, what the hell is going on? But yeah, it's like blocking out noise and plugging right into the mix. And it's like supposedly so he can hear the actual live feed that's going out to, like, oh, if this isn't Ground in the Lock, I'll be shocked. They can't actually drown me, can they? Or they could counterspell me, right? You'll know if they have a counterspell based on what they do here. So it is a counterspell. And we're still going to make them use it. Because we'd rather solve Ringleader than Munitions Expert. Although I did give them an opportunity to cast a spell, which maybe was bad. This is a spike list, by the way. This is Thing in the Ice control. I don't know if they're gonna. I don't know if they play Grixis or. Oh, Cavern is such a brutal draw because I could have just waited. If I had Cavern in my hand before, I would have waited. Here we are. Well, I mean, draw 3 ain't bad. We also have the sack outlet. So I'm sure they have drown. They can drown my Skirk Prospector. So that's like, maybe I play that off of the Cavern, depending on what kind of mana they hold up. Okay. So Dress Down doesn't even trigger this, but it is going to stay in play, so they may end up playing like another Thing in the Ice and then immediately flipping it, which is what the purpose of this card is. Alright. This is another wild jank deck. I mean, this is a 7/7 trample, so, you know, it's scary, but I think we still beat this. I don't think they kill us fast enough, given how much mana we can make and have and all that. We'll see, though. I mean, this could be another counterspell, which would throw a wrench into things pretty significantly. This Goblin Matron, we said it could have been a Mog Fanatic. That's why it's different art. I mean, don't need a Mog Fanatic. Kind of fine with all this. What do I need here, though? I guess Grumgully gives me infinite mana. Can I get that out? Like, if I play... I play Matron right now. I think I'm supposed to play this Matron. And then I grab Grumgully. Maybe I grab a 2-mana Goblin that I can play. Not entirely sure. I could get Sling Gang, which is another sack outlet, which gains me life. I actually kind of like that, but Grumgully is infinite damage if we can get it going. We have the combo. I guess I could just, like, play Munitions Expert and try to kill Thing in the Ice. I think I'm just supposed to grab Grumgully. And then we'll play this. This is likely getting countered. But we have another one in the deck that we can fetch with Matron. Okay, it doesn't get countered. Wait a second. Does that mean they're dead? If I sack these two, I get Grumgully out. Don't I? Oh, they're just gonna Fatal Push that. Okay. Can I do anything? I don't have infinite mana, do I? I can make 1, 2, 3 mana and go get Skirk Prospector with Matron. I think I do still want to put out Grumgully, right? Yeah, so I put out Grumgully, and then They just quit. They weren't into it. But I put out Grumgully, and I just passed the turn, I think. It takes 7. I untap. I'm golden, and I mean, they didn't have a counterspell, or maybe they did. They just let that resolve, although they conceded, so they must not have had anything. There were a lot of lines there to win. I don't know if they would have won, but we had a lot of lines, you know, that worked towards winning. Seared Noble? Is Ear Noble? I mean, this is pretty good, right? Yes. The Skirks make me want more biddings. I mean, this is going to be the test right here, I think. Just because, well, not only are we drawing a shit ton of lands, but, I mean, this is probably 8-whack is my guess. And, there aren't many more aggressive decks than 8-whack, and we don't interact on the first 2 turns of the game, which is where you could die. I probably should have just blocked this, right? But once I play Putrid Goblin, they probably just aren't going to attack with that one. And if we can keep even a single Goblin alive until Pashalik Mons is out, short of Legion Loyalists, they don't have a way to get past our tokens. Like, we'll just make infinite tokens basically, and run away with the game that way. But okay, so they have. I'm not gonna threaten Lightning Bolt. It's just gonna be really obvious when they pass the turn that I don't have it. There's Goblin Guide. I think I have to block Pile Driver here. I mean, it's just gonna be so much damage. Yeah, 5 damage. I gotta block. And then next turn, we're gonna play Pashalik Mons and hope. They really should have. Ooh, am I supposed to play Goblin Bombardment? Nah, because if they kill Pashalik Mons, if they kill Pashalik Mons, it kills their Foundry Street Denizen, so, like, we're fine here. Maybe? I mean, Spike was playing Profane Tutors in his weird Persist combo deck. Goblin on Goblin Violence, yeah. Like, maybe I'm supposed to do that because bidding is so good. As I was watching him play it, which, let's check how Spike is doing, by the way. As I was watching him play it, I was thinking to myself, like, that the suspend wasn't actually a drawback. Because as long as you're going to be alive, as the game progresses, you have a better idea of how it's going. Oh, Spike is behind 2 trophies now. Ooh. He's probably he looks to be in high spirits still, but that's not good news for him. For those who don't know, Spike is one of the bigger modern Magic streamers, which is the format we're playing, and he's racing. Well, tomorrow, the end of the season happens, I guess is the way to put it. The season ends tomorrow. And I think I'm just supposed to, like, can I lose if I block like this? I guess I really want Pashalik Mons, don't I? They have a bolt. They would have already done it, wouldn't they? Alright, we're just gonna block with this one. Any Goblin and this Pashalik Mons is like back to being great. Nah, we can just block next turn. That is any Goblin. I don't want to block with this Pashalik Mons, but I maybe. Ooh, sorry, I knocked that. Maybe I have to. What do you think they attack into this? Sling Gang Lieutenant on top? Okay, so with Sling Gang Lieutenant on top, this Grumgully is going to destroy them. And we don't need the Pashalik Mons in that case. Although this Goblin Bombardment just is awful, but... yeah. Sling Gang Lieutenant is going to be... they don't really have an option, do they, Slothmancer, right? Like... If Grumgully stays in play, this is going to be 6 power. And it does. So... not only does Grumgully attack for 3, but we turn the corner really fast here. And we can't really get bolted out. This is a lot of damage. They've drawn a lot of those Sunbaked Canyons. Drawn a lot of those Sunbaked Canyons. And they're just dead, right? 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 9 lands and 15 cards. Only playing 17. That was what they said to us in the chat. We'll see if they stick around for the next game. I think bidding is really slow here. Calling Ritual's fine just because it's a board wipe. Boggart Shenanigans probably they're not interacting. Well, they can't interact with Boggart Shenanigans, but we might not be able to keep a board, so we'll cut 1 bombardment. This is a great hand. I mean, we do have to shock Hierarch in, but you know, turn 2, 3/3. It's gonna block a lot of stuff. Maybe it gets bolted, but yeah, it is what it is. Second Hierarch, not exactly what you want to see, but not terrible. This is the type of hand that these aggro decks are taking advantage of, though. All of my lands are painful if I want them to come into play untapped. Mog Fanatic! I chose not to play that card. So I'm just gonna play Hierarch again. And probably play Blood Crypt tapped. Mog Fanatic would be decent against this deck, by the way. None of the cards in our opener would have been Mog Fanatics, but it is something. You know, it kills Monkey, it kills DRC before it does its thing. It's not the worst. But likely want to fetch something tapped with this Bloodstained Mire, which means playing a 2 or 3 drop is ideal this turn. They played Mog Fanatic and immediately sacked it instead of bolting, which what that says about their hand. Is there a way I can just win next turn? Like, if I play Mog War Marshal, they can't really attack unless they have a hasty creature. I think I'm just supposed to play Grumgully and pass, because then my Mog War Marshal things get huge. And if they have a bolt, they have a bolt. They'll have bolted anything I played. Land bolt, second Legion Loyalist is like easily worst case scenario. So this is fine. We take 2. We go down to 9 in total, because we have to get our 4th mana here. A land would be good. A painless land, ideally. Like a basic mountain would be sick. Ooh, painless land. That is. So here, I'm gonna play Ogwar Marshal Ashlik Mons, and they kind of don't have any outs to this, I want to say, on one land. Just because gave me the GGs, I wasn't able to GG them fast enough for them to see it, I don't think. Alright, I mean, we're beating Jank. The deck is powerful. I don't know. Does it beat Agavan? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not sure. Hand is pretty bad. Hand is pretty bad. Doesn't really do anything. I mean, it's got 2 hierarchs effectively. I think we have to mulligan this. We have to just draw so many cards to make this hand work. This is a much better hand. Here, I guess you need this Blood Crypt. Throw back a Wooded Foothills. Mog Fanatic is probably what you want for Ragavan. I disagree. I don't. I mean, two things. One, we're playing a bunch of 2-drops that are really good at blocking Ragavan, so we're fine against Ragavan more or less on the play. Like, you really won't have a hand that can't block it when you're on the play. On the draw, playing Mog Fanatics just for Ragavan, like you likely can't attack with your Mog Fanatic, right? So Mog Fanatic just being like sometimes shock with Pashlik Mons, I don't know, that doesn't feel good to me. And I don't think our deck cares about Murktide Regent, actually. I think we kill faster than Murktide Regent. What are they doing? What? Come on. I wish there were... wrong card, they said. I wish I was better competition in the tournament practice room, to be honest. I mean, I know I'm playing a jank deck, but playing a bunch of people who don't even know how to use the program, it's unfortunate. Both of us, us and them. Okay, Pashlik is good. Matron finds us the last piece. Prismatic Ending, not a threat. They could be on path. Don't think I want to get just 1 damage in. So, I'm gonna play out Blood Crypt. Play out Drum Gully. And Drum Gully survives. Every single one of our goblins is gonna be great after this, but also, if we draw Goblin Bombardment, we just win. So, yeah. Is this good enough to run? I mean, we've won every game not close, but we've also played people who are like wasting hammers, playing Brave the Elements in their deck at all, but also just casting them at the wrong time, like no creatures on board. So I can't say we've had any stiff competition. Vanishing Light. Alright. Yes, hitting my Grum Gully. Be fine. If I had had a sack outlet, this would be a little bit better, but it is what it is. We have no sideboard to speak of. We haven't even played game 2 in most of the matches. I'll save that Putrid Gob, or I'll save that Bloodstained Mire. Do I just, like, play another... Why would a person be playing Banishing Light? This is just, like, cards I own. Yeah, I mean, with Pashlik Mons in hand against this type of deck, like, you're not game if that survives. So we have 4 mana. All we need is like a sack outlet. So my options here are like, yeah, I mean, could get Grumgully, could get Munitions Expert, could just get Skirk Prospector. Like, Skirk Prospector is not bad here. Maybe I'm just supposed to get another Pashlik Mons? Like, that's possible. I think Skirk Prospector is actually the play, though. Because it feels like they're gonna have more of these weird, bad enchantment removal type cards, and we want our cards to be in the graveyard for bidding eventually if we draw that. So, I don't know. Prevent them from exiling my shit, and I feel like I win this game by just... What is going on here? Alright. I just, every person who has told me about how their deck is failing in the tournament practice running through my head as I'm playing against Lane and Sky Hunter. Flyer, I guess. There are way better 2/2 flyers than this. In white at 2 mana. Right? There's like the one that stops enter the battlefield effects from happening. Hushbringer. Like actual cards. Like, I could forgive Banishing Light, I guess. I might lose to this, but not really. Doesn't look likely, and I don't. So I can wipe their board. I should have played Putrid Goblin first, is what I should have done. In case this is Path to Exile. All of this, I didn't play the tightest here. So Putrid Goblin makes 4 mana. Like, I'm not gonna die, but can I... So if I sack Putrid Goblin twice, I make 4 mana, I kill Giver of Runes. I have 2 red mana floating. I sack Ignoble and Goblin Matron. And then that's 2 more damage. I kill Lane and Sky Hunter. I sack Skirk Prospector. I now have Pashlik Mons, 2 goblins, but nothing else. So I guess we wait. Just wait to untap. You don't have to sack your board. We're not dead. We can block Mutavault with the thing that we're gonna... Alright, what is this? This Skyclave Apparition? If you have Skyclave Apparition... Okay. Oh, Knight Exemplar? Ah, Indestructible. That's what's going on. This is Knights. How would you think this lines up versus Rhinos? You're not gonna like my answer. You're not gonna like my answer. You can't beat Rhinos with a Goblin deck. If every one of your cards is a 2-for-1, you're not gonna beat them. Like, don't try. Chosen creature gains indestructible till end of turn. Alright, so if I want to kill Giver of Runes, I have to do this now. They haven't animated Beautiful yet. Let's see. Is there a way around this? No. Well, they'll hit me first 8. Either way. So I guess I just wait. Sucks. This thing is indestructible too? Damn. We might be dead to knights here. We can block this, so it's not a big deal. But if they tap Giver of Runes to give this protection or anything protection, we then respond. This is first strike. They should definitely be attacking with this. I mean, I guess I would block, but I think I'm gonna... Do I want to do this now? I have to kill Giver. So no, not a big deal. We can... Point at a Giver. Wait for Goblin to come back and play. End of turn. Try to kill Giver. Sacrifice Dauntless Bodyguard? Or what did they chose? Chose Knight Exemplar. Oh, because this is just like a I can't kill either of them. I just have to. It doesn't actually. This. All right. Sacrifice. Guy. Here. 7. A lot of good draws. I didn't expect them to be so aggressive. Like we are nearly dead to these knights. Goblin, pretty decent draw. Can't block this guy, but we do have 4 mana. Grab a swamp with this. So we're not going to take a ton of damage this, if any, actually. So we're just going to pass the turn here. I think we're fine. But as far as how we would line up against Rhinos, I mean, Rhinos isn't playing as many, like, stomps anymore, which stomp we were okay against, actually. Like, they have a shock that has a 4/3. We have a munitions expert that is a 1. But we can kill it without taking damage, and that card was not the problem. They just have like Dead Gone and Fire Ice, and, you know, all this stuff. Okay, so do I want to block before I sack and make 2 goblins? Let's see. I would block here and here, and I can't block here. Then I would sacrifice. Would sacrifice Putrid Goblin probably. Whoever's blocking this, deal 1 here, and then I would have to sack again. That would be fine. We want to kill this before combat damage happens, so we don't take 3. We're gonna be at 6. So yeah, I mean, I think we're fine. So we'll block. If I'm missing something, let me know. I think I am. So we actually don't need to sacrifice this. We can sacrifice Matron right now. Oh no, well, no, we do. Because we need to sacrifice Matron to get the 2 tokens. Grab a basic swamp. Pay 4, sacrifice Matron. Go 1 here. And then the Mutavault is going to die. Because it's going to have 2 damage marked on it. And this will no longer be in play at the end of the turn. So we point this at Knight Exemplar. Sack this. Oh no, it is still going to be... Well, no. So they're going to sack it. Chosen creature gains indestructible until end of turn. All I have to do is sack 1 more Goblin, which I have. Or it gains indestructible. Now we get hit by a 2/2. Do I even want... I guess damage already happened. The way I let this play out. But that's fine. There... Wait. If I deal sack 2 here, I have 3 red mana, then I can just... Then I can sacrifice... And sacrifice Skirk Prospector to get 2 more Goblin tokens. Does that make any sense? No. Just wait till next turn. We already got hit by it, so it's not like we're saving anything. Who knows what's in their hand. Unearth, pretty good. Okay, so here, Unearth is worth damage. We're going to attack with Putrid Goblin for 2. I think I want to Unearth Matron though, right? If I Unearth Matron, I can get Grumgully, but I don't have Persist here. If I Unearth Matron, I can get... Oh, I can get Slingang and just, like, never die. Yeah, right. That's what we're gonna do. We don't know what they could be vialing in. That's why we left blockers back, but maybe so many blockers isn't necessary, but they would have ambushed us with something. That would have sucked. Here, Slingang is... It might just actually be lethal Slingang. Because it's 2 per goblin, and we have 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. It's like 100 lethal, it looks like. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah. Okay. I suppose they could gain life. They are mono white after all. They played some wild shit. We'll just pass. But I'm pretty sure they're dead. You know, if they activate Vial or something, like whatever, they may like Vial in that Knight Exemplar thing here to try and get us if we F6, but they're super dead. So we've been going on with this deck for about 2 hours now, which is generally how long it takes with the league. We haven't lost a match yet. Let's just do. gain life and not. Because I don't want to lose this game based on some shenanigans. Here they Violent Knight Exemplar. No. Should be clear to them that they're dead. I don't know. What meta decks have I run into? Yeah, we just played against somebody that played Hammer. And they messed up. I don't think we even played a game 3 against that Hammer deck. I think they gave up. When I say they gave up, well, didn't need to attack with that. Yeah, I mean, they are extremely dead. Sometimes Moto is highlighting things and I'm just like, why is that being highlighted? But it's because that's a mana source. Back there. It is a lot of damage when you get this combo out, but it's expensive. Only meta deck we play. And I think they made a misplay that actually cost them the game. Not that of all of the meta decks, I would say we have the best matchup against him. Because you're playing Goblin Bombardment and a bunch of sackable creatures, right? Like, and they have a bunch of 1/1s they're trying to equip and, you know, can hold up. Let's see how the second bidding does the culling ritual. They are a duo. Are a good duo. Shave. Actually, Putrid Goblin is just better than Mob. Not just because it combos with. Don't have to pay Echo. Big deal. Echo is a outdated. We'll say. I just want to see what happens if I draw Grist. Now that game, it looked pretty close. We almost died, but then we won it like pretty convincingly. Here is where Grist is actually probably at its best with Unearth in your hand against a creature deck. So this is gonna be cool. A pretty neat curve here. Turn 1 Skirk, turn 2 Putrid, turn 3 Grist. So now they can't. That's just gonna be just a straight up 2, which block. We can't cast Grist unless we name Insect. So we're probably gonna name Insect with our Cavernous Soul. Culling Ritual, if we do draw bidding, would be great. Only blocking. What? Nothing. All right. I mean, I could just try to draw green source for Grist. But then that leaves 2 dead cards in my hand instead of just 1. So I'm going to shock this in, especially since they have sort of a slow start. So I'm glad we drew the Grist because I only put the 1 in and I wanted to test how good it was. Student of Warfare. 3/3 first strike is really what that's going to be. So it's going to be indestructible. Okay. It's going to take a while to get there. Okay. So that means I can name Goblin. And it unlocks my entire hand. So that's good. And just going to attack them for 3. They can't really block This can't become a 3/3 easily next turn unless they want to waste their whole turn on it. They could also hit me for 3 total by animating Mutavault, which, well, actually they can't because I'm going to play it. So, maybe this is a good, like, this is probably my last match with the deck right now. Wish I had somebody to test with who had real decks on Magic. They don't even attack. Because, like, this is... Sure, it's a good showing, sort of, but, like, what really happened in this? Nothing, right? We didn't play against anything that at all was competitive. I guess we played against Hammer. We'll get Stomping Ground. Oh, I didn't even need to do this. Oops. Black, green. Wonder if you saw. Tiny fly type thing. We'll sacrifice Putrid Goblin. Kill your Student of Warfare that you spent 3 mana on. We'll have Culling Ritual for if a bidding comes out here. Start plussing Grist next turn. I guess I can't attack with Putrid Goblin, can I? Oh no, I can because I'm gonna have a 1/1. Yeah. Although, even if they kill my Grist somehow, I get to unearth it, so that's pretty sick. The GG's not my game. Pop-Tart Pirate, yeah. Alright, so let's go over the deck again as like a little bit of an outro. We'll add some things based on what we saw. That should just be sideboard cards in general. Obviously, Crater Makers and Masked Vandals are go-to artifact removal things, and we saw Torpor Orb. Grist was fine. Bidding, I mean, maybe we adjust the main deck. Matrons were good, like pretty much always. Pashalix were really good. Maybe I want to put Pashalix. I keep iterating on this though. It was fun to play. I like to see how it fares in a league, but I don't want to spend them. I will. Let's finish making this sideboard. I guess Leyline of the Void is like a decent thing for your sideboard. I don't think you want to play Blood Moon in this one. I think you're managing the board really well, so Fatal Pushes don't make a ton of sense. I guess you're just sort of more Culling Rituals, I suppose. Maybe more copies of Boggart Shenanigans for like decks where they actually interact with your Ashlik Mons. You could put like the last copy of Unearth over here. We really did. There was no competition at all. It's hard to say. You know what? I was gonna say Chalice. Chalice seems good. I mean, this is like, you don't know what's a sideboard right now. Just put all your chalices in the sideboard. I can't play 5 chalices. Is that what happened? Happened. Of course. So like, it's an 18 card sideboard. I mean, bidding was good when we cast it, but like, is there a deck that, you know, this is bad against? That bidding better, you know what I mean? Like, you're not shoring up any matchups. It's just a cool combo with Culling Ritual. That's why I want it. But I guess ley lines and grists and unearths are like probably your bread and butter here, is my guess. Maybe you redo the mana base and you get a Blood Moon in there. Like, did talk about maybe wanting a basic forest already. So that's an option. Like, actually own all of these cards. Fogger Shenanigans is literally not even 1 penny, but you could just run it. Just run it like this. And that would be fine. Like, I don't know. It's an opportunity to figure out the sideboard at least. We won through a Torpor Orb. Not that they were putting on any kind of serious pressure, but we did win through a Torpor Orb. I imagine your Tron matchup is probably really bad. I don't know. Could be fine. Like, this, maybe this is just fast enough. Oh, you want ways to kill Graveyard Hate. So, yeah. So you probably want more Crater Makers. And then you want something that kills, what's the card? Sanctifier Invec? Sanctifier Invec. What? On. Because my quantity is not. So we want colorless cards that kill Sanctifier Invec. That are green cards, but what? I guess, I mean, Culling Ritual does that. Oh, as does Crime Punishment. Crime Punishment does that also for 4 mana. Like, maybe Graveyard Hate is not what you want because you're just like the quote unquote better graveyard deck. And you just want like ways to deal with problem hate cards because you are sort of relying on the graveyard, and if you get Plague Engineered, oh boy, is that going to be a bad time. So, like, I guess probably want a Tarfire just because you can tutor it up. And Culling Ritual and Crime Punishment are the same card. As far as dealing with Sanctifier Invec, they both cost 4 mana. Culling Ritual kills more when you do that. So if Sanctifier Invec is our problem, we actually don't want Crime Punishment. We want Culling Ritual. But what I would probably end up doing is just like hedging by, you know, putting different copies. Oh, the 4th copy of Unearth. Probably like scary, but what are the last 2 cards? You would want them to deal with Sanctifier Invec, so pro black and red stuff. So like creatures get -2/-2 until end of turn, something like that. Because Pyroclasm doesn't. What is this? Too expensive is what it is. Can't target it. Marsh Casualties? Creatures target player controls. Oh, cost 5. Yeah, so you could like put Drown in Sorrow in there, and it's a pseudo sack outlet, but it kills your patch like monster. Plague Wind would be way better. Whatever the Plague Wind version is best. All creatures, all creatures, all creatures. I don't know. There's plenty of cards. I mean, you could use Geist Flame or whatever the hell it is. Non-elf creatures. I feel like there's probably not a way. That would be really creatures target opponent controls get. Oh, I mean, yeah, this is it. This is what I knew that the effect existed because it's been coming up so often in Modern Horizons 2 draft, and I watch the ham all the time. But yeah, that's 5 mana. So not doing that. What is Massacre Girl? I saw somebody play that in Pioneer last week. Massacre Girl is Massacre Worm. When Massacre Girl enters the battlefield, each other creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn. Oh, but she costs 5 mana. Okay. Can't do that. Pioneer players are nuts playing 5 mana cards. Yeah, but anyway, these last 2 sideboard cards should kill Sanctifier and Vex. That's my stipulation. So whether it's Crime Punishment, Culling Rituals to just go up to the full 4 of that effect, or something like, I mean, Engineered Explosives obviously does it too. What else? Pyrite Spellbomb is fine. Like, it's not ideal, but it's fine. Lots of stuff. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. This was a fun deck. Thank you to Varen, again, from the Discord for posting the original cut at it. We might be running this through a league very soon. We'll see. It's hard to say. We didn't lose a single match, but, like, again, the competition was not stiff. So, yeah. If you like it, follow, subscribe, whatever. If you're watching this on YouTube, come on over to Twitch. Follow so you get notifications when I go live, and you can come hang out in the chat, talk to us, suggest cards, suggest lines of play. I didn't expect this deck to feel so good, so I'm glad it did. And we'll be ending on that note. So have a good night. Thanks for watching.